Hi gang, let's try number 10. So we're going to find the sine, the cosine, the tangent of 3 pi over 4. Let's start by finding the reference angle. So remember, the reference angle goes from the terminal side to the horizontal. Right? From the terminal side to the horizontal, that creates the reference angle theta prime. Now we know from the initial side to the terminal side is 3 pi over 4, and we also know that halfway around the circle is pi. So the reference angle is going to be the difference between 3 pi over 4 and pi. Okay, so again, the reference angle is going to be the difference between 3 pi over 4 and pi. So let's go ahead and calculate what that difference will be. This is a fraction, so we can go ahead and get an LCD. Okay, and then 4 pi over 4 minus 3 pi over 4 is pi over 4. So that means that our reference angle is pi over 4. Okay, and as you guys know at this point, we also have to find the plus or minuses in quadrant 2. So let's do that now. So remember, the sine represents the y, the cosine's the x, the tangent is the y over x. We went over the signs in lecture, but let's go ahead now and find it. So because we're in quadrant 2, and that's above the x-axis, that means the sine's positive. Quadrant 2 is to the left of the y-axis, so that means the cosine's negative, and then the tangent's the ratio of positive over negative, which is negative. Okay, so combining in tandem the plus or minus and the reference angle will give us the same answer as the original angle. So let me go ahead and write that all out. 1 second here. Okay, so we're doing pi of 4. Okay, so in tandem, the correct plus or minus and the reference angle equals the original trig function. Now also, when we were over here deciding that it was pi over 4, we could have written what the sides of the triangle are. Because if this is pi over 4, this means this is a 45, 45, 90 triangle. And we know then that that has to be a 1, 1, radical 2. Okay, so now we can finish this problem up. So sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So from this angle, the opposite is 1, the hypotenuse is radical 2. If we rationalize that, that's radical 2 over 2. Cosine, that's the adjacent over the hypotenuse. So from our reference angle, this is our adjacent, this is our hypotenuse. So that's 1 over radical 2. Rationalize, that's negative radical 2 over 2. And then the tangent is the opposite over the adjacent. So from our reference angle, the opposite over the adjacent is negative 1. Okay, gang, so I hope that helps. I'm just going to give you like 1 or 2 more examples. So you'll notice in the review where I cover the packet with you, you'll notice there'll just be a little extra practice with using the reference angles to evaluate the trig function. So remember, the goal of this is to do it without the calculator. That's why we're using these standard triangles. Okay, gang, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll catch you. Bye-bye.